I'm not comfortable with the sex talk.
That's a difficult one.
No.
But it's just like, ugh. It's kind of weird talking to your parents about that stuff.
Everybody is dating people and you're just figuring out like, oh, I thought I was too young for that. But now I'm not, I guess.
They're like, I don't want grandkids, Isaac.
Hey, babe. I grew up in the South. I grew up in a very conservative area. No one talked about sex. It wasn't something that was just, dinner conversation.
I didn't even tell my parents when I got my period. I just started stealing my mom's stuff. I didn't tell them when I started shaving. And so I just don't want that for them. I want to tell them everything I can on their level when they ask while they still care what I have to say.
We understand the awkwardness that parents feel, the pressure they might feel to avoid having this conversation, but having this conversation is immensely important for their kids' health.
And of course, our advice is always encouraging parents to sort of lean into the awkward. We really want to create that safe space at home for your kids to come to you with questions.
And we'll say to parents, even if you didn't have a sex talk, and even if you don't feel comfortable having the talk, you can be a conduit to information. There are books you can read together with your kid. Not to mention, there are resources you can give to kids and say, listen, I'd like to read this with you, and then if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. So there's lots of ways to attack the conversation. The key point is it has to be had.
I needed the help of the book, honestly. And so we read it together and they're like, ew, oh my God. Oh, can we stop? No, you want to, we need to know about it. We need to know how babies are made, things like that. So we went through the PG version of the sex talk.
I very much want to have it engaged like all the other conversations we've had with him. It'll probably just be me too.
Yeah. Where do babies come from? That type of thing. I'm very verbal when it comes to that. I don't say what the bee and the honey. I don't do that. Look, this is what's going on.
So I just said it's when a penis goes inside a vagina, and they were appalled.
Now we do talk about it. He's asked me what age I was when I lost my virginity. He's asked about past relationships.
What we're thinking about when we talk to kids is we want them to be educated about what sex is. We want them to be educated about why we think consent is such an important companion topic.
A good time to model consent with kids, I would suggest around 2 years old, or another milestone is around potty training. That is a period where young people are really starting to understand their body parts.
We want to be thinking from an early age about body boundaries, about when you touch someone else's body, about whether or not you have their permission, because speaking about that kind of subject predicts whether someone will behave like that with a future romantic partner.
My friends who are girls, when it comes to consent, they always tell me asking and reaffirming things. Asking hey, is this okay? Can I do this? They always say that's great. You should always do that, no matter who you're with.
I've been talking about consent also from a very young age with My Body, My Choice. Of course, they take it the wrong way, and we tell them to eat their broccoli, and they're like, my body, my choice. And we're like, no, it doesn't work that way.
Talking to your kid about sex, consent, and safety really shows that you care about their safety and you care about their bodily autonomy. You want to make sure you respect the way that they're making decisions about their body. Kids are going to have sex. The question is, will they have sex safely? And when you talk about it, they're more likely to actually engage in safe sex practices to prevent pregnancy or to prevent contracting a disease.
He was sexually active, and thankfully we knew that because he told us. My wife and I just received it gracefully. I think we just kind of knew already. We essentially just pleaded with him to be safe, and we gave him all the tools that we had.
The lifestyle that he chooses to have is his business, and I think with all of our kids, we're going to support them however it needs to be supported, and that sex talk is more dude, you understand your options. You know not consequences, but what can happen.
We got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, and this is one of the topics that is going to create some discomfort. But again, just affirming with your child that together we're going to work through this and seek the information that we need.
As a parent, I understand the hesitation, and you got this. You can do it.
You guys want to hear a joke about it?
No. We don't care about ninjas.
Do you have questions?
Ew, your foot.
I want our daughters to embrace their body, to love their body, and to not feel any shame. I just really, really wanted to embrace that human sexuality is a beautiful, natural thing. Do you regret me telling you that when you were so young?
I would probably want to know then, but like I would want to know, but after I know, I wouldn't want to know. But if I didn't know, then I would want to know.